The Mustangs. Last I left off, I did get the canopy on. I got the canopy basically painted. I just got to do one more coat on the B here, just to give it more of a canopy frame. Just build up with paint. So I got to do that. I do have to touch up the anti-glare green here, which I'll do that probably later. Mine's going to be probably a little bit darker because my green's different from everyone else's green, so that's not a big deal. But anyway, I did get the landing gear flap on the landing gear itself. I just cut them out of styrene, painted them silver, and got them on. So now all I'm down to is painting the tires and the landing gear itself. But anyway, I did get that both done on the red tail and the B model. And all I got to do now is do a little bit of my shading on here, which I like to make it match the red tail's shading, just to give it a little character. And then I'm going to put future on it, but I want to do future basically all in one whack. It's just easier when you just fill up the airbrush and go to town. The Chevelle, I did get all the everything painted. I do got to paint just the bottom here just one more time. It's a little there's a couple spots here just didn't really coat well, so I'm going to do that later today. But I believe I got everyone painted a-okay. So I just got to do one more coat of that, and I'll be done on it. And I can feature the hoods and the body itself. I don't know if you can actually see it, but wanted to paint the inside of the grill here black. So what I did is I take the detailer. And I really don't like to use paint. I like to use the washes on here, and I put one, maybe two, basically drops of the wash in the grill, and I'm just going to build it up in layers. And it's okay if you get it on the where the SS is, because it's water based, and you can just wipe that off with a little bit of water, and you'll be if you mess up, you can wipe it off and put more on. So that's not a big deal. That's also why I do it on chrome, because if you really want to do it correctly, you'd have to dip it, get the chrome off and paint it and everything, but most time that's not feasible, and that's a lot of work. So this is the easy way to do it. So I'm going to do a couple more washes, get the grill here painted black, but it's not going to be like super dark black. It's just going to be it will be blackened. And I'll paint right here where the two little lights are. That's supposed to be black too, so I'll get that painted as well. But anyway, that wanted to show everything if you can see it. And I'm just basically down to the future on that, so I'm trying to do future duty all on one day. The 71 Plymouth. I did get the tires. I got them assembled, which you always got to start somewhere, and that was step number one. I probably need to pop these off. I just actually got them snapped in there. I'll probably need to put a little bit of glue on the inside and make them secure. But I did get the frame here on the chassis, and now I'm down to the motor, which I'll probably start doing the motor this weekend. I always got to tell everyone, when I do motors, I do not wire up the caps and all that. It's just time consuming, a lot of work. I basically you're not going to have the hood completely open all the time. It's basically everyone wants to see what the car itself looks like, in general, not just every nut, bolt, and wire and everything. But anyway, I'll be doing the motor next, and I didn't know this, but the older kit here came out in '95 and made in the USA. I thought most car kits were probably filtered in the made in China in the '90s. But anyway, that was just a little history there. But anyway, so I'm starting that, so that'll be slowly but surely we'll get that get the motor assembled and get that in, and I'll try to show progress as we go along. The black Twilight car, I got to paint some of the silver back on. Just haven't done that yet. But I did get the gray front grille, I guess, bumper. It's on the car itself. There it is. And you know, so I got everything masked off. So there's the gray bumper, and then of course I got the license plate, which I'll put that on after I get everything on. But anyway, it turned out pretty good. I got to take a little bit of the black and trim off where the tape kind of peeled off there just a little bit. But anyway, not a killer, but I got to touch that up, and I'll be ready to the input future and do a little bit of I got to put a little bit of silver on there where it's kind of more pain masking it off than actually just, you know, repainting it. But anyway, so I got to do that, and I will get that accomplished. Bella's truck, I did sanded down the Harley Davidson symbol. Can't even hardly see it, but I did that on both sides, and I shot the entire model with a couple coats of primer. Hopefully I got everywhere. I think I did. I looked it over when I was spraying it. Probably got a few spots where I missed, like right there. But anyway, we'll do her what's kind of a reddish orange color. So I think it's got little rust spots. So we'll do a little bit of where is it? There we go. Probably do some of that on the truck itself, so we can you know, get some of the little bit of the rust chipping going, and that'll look okay. But I did get the motorcycles on, and what I did is I went ahead and basically drilled 4 holes, took some zip ties, zip tied them in. Now they're actually stick up just a little bit, but that's okay. Once you get the tarp on, it'll be fine. And this way they're very secure. They won't fall over, fall off. And I put a little glue inside the zip tie too, so that made it secured. But one thing I got to mention here is it is back heavy. That's because these are die-cast motorcycles. But anyway, I wanted to point that out. It is back heavy, so if it actually, it shouldn't affect the driving ability once you get on the chassis, but you know, it will be heavier in the back, so hopefully it don't, you know, do a wheelie. So you may have to, I don't know if it's possible, you know, put some weight in the nose underneath, but you know, I don't know if that's a big deal. I'm not I don't do RCs, I just paint the bodies. But anyway, that's where I stand on that. So hopefully I can get the tarp on, hopefully this weekend. Probably what I'm going to end up doing is, you know, excuse my paper towel here, I'll probably just going to get like a white t-shirt, get the tarp on like so, get it stiffy on there, and basically paint it on, and then I'll paint the whatever the tarp color is. I think it's like should be like a green color, because I was trying to look at fabric. I really couldn't find one that I liked, and I was looking in the scrap bin, and they just didn't have it. So I'm probably just going to do white and paint it, and it'll look fine when I get done with it. But anyway, that's what I have got going on today. I got model meeting night, so probably the next couple of days there won't be a whole lot of modeling, because I always gotta do a few things first of the month, so gotta take care of, you know, personal business. But anyway, that's what I got going on today. We are doing Bella's truck, getting it in primer and adding motorcycles. We are basically at the future stage for the Chevelle. The Mustangs keep going. Starting the GTX there, and we got the bumper painted on the black Twilight car. So that's what I got going on today. So stay tuned for the next exciting episode.